Piece control. I'm sure you all know what it is and how it changed the game over the past 2 years. Piece control is when you place as many builds as you can when fighting a player to gain control of the fight through the build pieces that you've placed. Even though piece control started going mainstream in the past 2 years, it has been around and evolving since the game has came out. But before we get into this video, I want to talk about exit lag. As you guys know, ping is the most important thing when playing Fortnite. If you have bad ping, you don't even want to play the game. It affects your placements and your mental. As someone who struggles with ping, I've been using exit lag for over 4 years now. And in those 4 years, I've made multiple finals while using exit lag. The way it works is it optimizes your connection by using uncongested routes, meaning that if you struggle with packet loss or bad ping, by using it, your ping will get stable and the game will feel so much better. They also provide optimized routes for every server. So no matter where you live in the world, you can use exit lag to get your ping lower and get rid of packet loss. All you gotta do is make sure the switch in the top left is red and press apply routes, and your ping will be much more stable and much lower. Before using exit lag, I would get around 70 ping in creative. But now with exit lag, I almost get 20 ping. If you guys want to try it out for yourself, go to the first link in the description. There's also a 7-day free trial. Thank you to exit lag for sponsoring today's video. The earliest video I can find of piece control comes from Ninja in 2017, before the game even became popular. At this time in the game, being able to build was impressive, and only the top players at the time realized the potential the game had with building. Most players were camping in buildings and bushes, playing it like a normal battle royale, but only a few players realized the potential that building had in the game. In this Ninja clip, you can see him box his opponent for a trap kill. Not only was he way ahead of his time with the building, he was way ahead of his time with the piece control. But in June of 2018, Hamlin's released a new strategy to the public that would change the game forever. Now that it's been 8 months since the game came out, the average player is starting to get better and learning how to build. Anytime you fight a decent player, the fights will just turn into these big build fights, and everybody having redeploy, the fights just went even higher. In this iconic video, Hamlin shows the counter to a build fight, where you can see him cone his opponent, stopping him from going up. This strategy was actually made by the Liquid Boys, but they kept it hidden so they would have an advantage in every fight. Hamlin's and the Liquid Boys are so ahead of the meta with this cone play that didn't actually start becoming a strategy until mid-2019. That Hamlin's video and that cone will change the game forever. With the release of Playground in Season 5 and the release of Creative in Season 7, the average player was only getting better. With the ability to practice your builds all day, every day, piece control started to evolve more. Somewhere between Season 5 and Season 6, Mongrel started popularizing a move called the Mongrel Classic, which is still a fundamental of piece control today. The Mongrel Classic is where piece control really started blowing up, and by the next season, you can see Mongrel showing crazy piece control only a year since the game came out. At the same time, with build fight wagers becoming more popular, an unknown player at the time named Plalism started doing a weird strategy. This strategy is where he would spam cones everywhere in every direction so he could chop his opponent and retake high ground without getting shot. Even though this isn't directly piece control, it is still very important and monumental to where the game is now. If you guys are enjoying the video so far, make sure you guys like and subscribe. But now we're in Season 8 and the best players are starting to realize that if you don't want to build fight, just go down and box fight. And thus the wall replace is born. Clicks popularized the wall replace and started demolishing lobbies because of it. Something so simple now was game breaking back then. Nobody even thought about getting their wall taken and didn't even think it was a possibility. Not only is wall replacing a fundamental mechanic in box fighting, it's also a fundamental mechanic in piece control. And I'm calling it a mechanic because that's exactly what it is. Most people don't realize that taking walls takes skill. Yes, ping plays a big part of it, but it's still very hard to learn the timing. But after winning the World Cup, Bugha put himself on the map as the best player in the world. And what he's about to do is going to change the game. In Season 9, Bugha started pre-piecing, which would not become a move that the best players in the world do until about mid-Chapter 2. That's how advanced Bugha was at the time, and that's why he won World Cup. Not only his ability to be able to predict what his opponent would do, but the fact that he could pre-piece his opponent and have an easy shot before his opponent even knew what he was going to do. At the start of Chapter 2, a worldwide event happened that I cannot name or I'll be demonetized, but basically nobody could go to work or school, so we all sat inside and just played Fortnite. This is where the skill of the pros and the average player jumped up years in only a couple months. Since there was nothing else to do, everybody just played box fights. And I mean everybody. If you went on Twitch sometime in early 2020, all you would see is box fight wagers. And with popular YouTubers like It's Jaren and Marin TM starting to blow up, they would do tutorials on how to get better, and that made the skill gap between the pros and the average players start to get smaller. In early Chapter 2, everybody knew what piece control was, and they were doing it pretty effectively. Everybody really thought that this was the peak of competitive and piece piece control until a pro player at the time named Calc made a new strategy that would change piece control forever, where basically you can cone your opponent without being in the same box as them. This technique was the foreground of all piece control you see today. All you have to do is aim at the top of their wall with your cone out and it would place over your opponent. It doesn't just have to be straightforward, you can count cone diagonally, which changed how you would box somebody. Now for the last part of this evolution, we're in chapter 2 season 4 and an unknown player at the time named Reet started to blow up because of his ability to piece control. He was doing maneuvers that nobody thought were possible at the time. His uprise changed the direction that the game was going in and raised the skill gap to an infinite amount. The effects of Reet's blow up is still being felt today. But thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, let me know in the comments below. Make sure you like and subscribe, and make sure you guys follow my socials. They're down in the description. Also, I'm trying to stream more on Twitch now, so if you guys want to be there, make sure you follow. I'll be following a couple of you guys back. But until next time, see you guys later.